3 questions, or sometimes 4 or 5. Few questions, at least 3. At least 3 questions.
And we're back. Great. Thanks for joining us. We're here with musician Adam Green. And so, Adam, there were a few questions your lawyer didn't want me to ask.
Yeah, I was told. I didn't actually get to read what they were, but I heard about them.
So I'm not going to. There are a few things on my list that are going out the window. So I'm just curious. You telling me before?
Should I be disappointed? Were they the hotcakes?
No. Yes. It was.
Let me tell you. Why don't you just ask me whatever you want, okay?
Well,
I mean, we're in my home. You know, nothing's sacred here.
Well, your lawyer said he would sue me if I so I'm not going to...
Well, clearly you didn't talk to my lawyer because my lawyer's a girl.
Well, I'm not going to ask you any of those questions. But what about, I hear recently you have 2 girlfriends.
That's true, yeah. I started dating the Shining twins. Both of them at the same time.
And how's that going?
I get to sleep in between them. You know, I never knew how easy it could be to do that.
It's pretty pricey during holiday time to buy double gifts.
You know, I feel like I give them the same gift to like people multiple times, like that David Berman book, Actual Air, and they never read it. So I can re-give it to them again. They'll lose it or something. So I'm sick of buying Actual Air for everyone.
And recently you've gotten into making sculpture.
Some paper mache.
Lovely sculpture around your apartment.
The original inspiration was from Red Grooms. You don't know?
Oh, yeah.
I went to a Red Grooms art show when I was a kid, and I just remembered it the other day, so I started making paper mache sculptures. These things take forever to make. Like, you have to do an entire layer on them, and they're huge. And then you have to wait for that to dry for 2 days. Then you have to do another layer, wait 2 days, another layer, wait 2 days. Then I prime it, then the next day I paint it.
Wow.
So, yeah, it takes like over a week to do each one.
I don't see how you have any time to write songs, but...
I don't.
Well, there you go.
I quit.
I heard a story about some sleepwalking you did on tour one time.
Was that on tour with you?
No, it wasn't me.
Yeah, that's true.
That there was took a sleeping pill. Right?
It was more than one.
More than one.
There's a drug, you know. Everyone knows it.
If you don't remember the story, I could tell it.
Why don't you tell it, and I'll tell you if you're wrong.
So Adam took a few sleeping pills while on tour, and at a gas station, walked off the tour bus and into a gas station, and the tour bus left without you.
I was in my PJs.
In the PJs, and so I said they had no idea where you were.
Yeah, and then I had to hitchhike on the French highway for 7 hours to get to the concert.
And that's happened a few times, or no, just that one time?
Happens all the time.
Well,
yeah, that's actually I was confused. Yeah, which time you meant.
So when we come back from the next break, Adam's gonna play us a song. So we'll be right back.
I didn't. You didn't ask me to. I didn't know I was supposed to play a song.
Yeah, no. Usually musicians that come on the show, they do a song, a little interview.
You said it was an interview.
I think my producer was in touch with your
3 questions, or sometimes 4 or 5. Few questions, at least 3. At least 3 questions.
Yeah, no. Usually musicians come on the show,
Or sometimes 4 or 5. Few questions, at least 3.
And we're back.
At least 3 questions.
So Adam, what song are you going to play for us today?
A song called "Cigarette Burns Forever."
Oh.
Cigarette song.
All right. Well, let's go into the studio and.
The cigarette burns forever. messages spliced together. And now I would never let her. But where did people go to get her? You took me to the private party and swore that they would not card me. And drive careful lest they hear you, when all the time they learn to fear you. The sidewinder drinks and gambles, the gold digger strikes his damsels. But when I lost the magic sandals, I said some things I could not handle. Going 90 off my star, it's always flashing by as a flame retard. Said, don't you wanna be some other? And all the people had to drug each other. I fell into a life of leisure, I saw into a path of pleasure. And don't it make it that much better to find a cigarette that burns forever?
And thanks so much for coming on the show.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
You can have this jacket back.
Can I sing us out with a little Frank Sinatra?
Sure.
It's 2:45. There's no one in the place except you and me. So set 'em up, Joe. I've got a little story I think you should know. We're drinking, my friend, to the end of a brief episode. So make it one for my baby and one more for the road. The cigarette burns forever, the messages spliced together, and now I would never let her